Everyone, I'm Tanaz from foreverconscious.com, and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of April 10th. So this week on April 12th, we have the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction that happens in the sign of Pisces. And while that energy peaks this week, it's something we have already been working with, and it's actually an energy that will shape the rest of the year to come because it is that potent and strong. And then as we get to the end of the week on the 16th, 17th, we have the full moon, and that falls in the sign of Libra. So a lot of strong energy happening in our cosmic skies this week. So I know I've already talked about Jupiter and Neptune, but I want to revisit it because it's peaking this week, and I really want you to be able to tap into the beautiful energies that this alignment offers. So Jupiter and Neptune is about collective awakening. It can stimulate awakenings. It can open our hearts, shift our perception of reality, get us to see something that we didn't see before, get us to feel something we didn't feel before. It's an energy that can really open us, open doors, open our hearts to a greater state of being. It thins the veil, so we become extra sensitive, extra aligned with our intuition, and we find it easier to connect with our higher self, spirit guides, and higher realms. Our psychic energy increases, and we're able to, maybe connect with loved ones on the other sides, have prophetic dreams. Just we're more connected to our sixth sense, to those subtler senses. All of that will be very heightened this week, and it's all on offer to you. If you want to, enhance your spiritual growth, enhance your spiritual connection, there is so much support on offer for you this week. And actually, to help you, I have created a guided meditation, sort of in alignment with this Jupiter-Neptune energy, that helps you to connect with your higher self, receive messages, read parts of your soul contract. I'll drop a big link below if you're interested in doing that. But all of those things very supported. If you're working on that in your own way, doing your own thing, you're just getting so much cosmic support. Jupiter and Neptune is a very watery energy. So the element of water is very high, very strong. Water is a feminine energy expression. It's sort of like you're going with the flow, like the rise and fall of a wave. It's also very connected to our emotions. Whenever we have strong watery energy, sometimes our emotions can feel extra heightened, extra sensitive. So that's just something to keep in mind. And if you start to feel that, if you start to feel like your emotions are becoming too heavy, you're picking up a lot of stuff from the world around you, see if you can surrender and let those emotions flow like a wave. It's a lot healthier and actually easier and even quicker to allow that emotion to roll like a wave, moving through the peak and then letting it fall when it's ready. And that's so much better than trying to suppress it or pretend that we don't feel that way. So keep that in mind. Also, whenever we have strong watery energy and our emotions feel high and hot, grounding, bringing ourselves back to earth energy, focusing on our lower chakras, working on our feelings of security and stability and routine. All of that can really help to balance some of that up and down emotional energy. So just something to keep in mind there. As we get to the end of the week with that full moon, the full moon is also very connected to water, right? So again, we're getting another dose of watery energy. Full moons also thin the veil. They also heighten and increase our sensitivity. So that you can see that's a bit of a theme for this week. This full moon falling in the sign of Libra is all about balance. How can I create balance in my life? And because it's a full moon, it indicates that something has to be cleared. What do we need to clear? What do we need to do away with in order to achieve that balance and harmony? So that's kind of a theme that we always get around the Libra full moon. This particular full moon, the dwarf planet Eris is very, very active. Eris is known as the goddess of discord and strife. What a name, right? So there could be some sort of discord happening under the energy of this full moon. But I want you to keep in mind that discord and that just that feeling of things being a little bit off or out of balance often arises when there is a greater way to achieve harmony in our lives. So think of the full moon as shining a light on that for us. If something does challenging does come up, if some sort of discord and chaos does come up in our lives, the full moon is simply illuminating something that was already there, something that needed to come into your attention so you can step in and create a greater harmony, create more balance, find your center amongst the chaos of it all. With Eris energy, she also challenges us to step into our feminine power. There's a lot of strong feminine energy happening this week, and actually this is something that we're really starting to see, a build and rise of feminine energy. And I don't want you to think of feminine energy in terms of gender. I want you to think of it as the way energy expresses itself. And with this rise of feminine energy, it's easy to think of feminine qualities as soft and nurturing and loving. And yes, while that's all true, there's this other side of it too, which is a power, standing in our feminine power, igniting the flame of the feminine that lives within all of us, that allows us to own who we are, to feel confident in our skins, to set boundaries, to feel beautiful in our bodies. It's that confident, feminine warrior energy, kind of like that mama bear energy. And that is really active this week. And we're really being encouraged to go to that place, to find that energy within us and bring it out into the world. This is what the world needs. It needs that strong feminine energy flowing around it right now, so we can hold that, embody that vibration in ourselves and allow it to radiate out into the world. Think about what that looks and feels like for you. If I say ignite the feminine flame, and that's kind of how this energy, it was showing up to me, kind of like a flame that lives in the pit of your belly. Feminine flame just, rising up in the belly. Tap into that, feel into that, connect with that feminine flame, see what it feels like for you, and then hold that vibration throughout the week. Stand in that power throughout the week and see how it shifts things, see how it changes things. What if, rather than succumbing to a lot of what we are told, especially when it comes to our appearance, the way that we stand up, speak for ourselves, the way that we hold ourselves, conduct ourselves in society, what if we stood in that feminine power, that feminine strength, and owned that and brought that out into the world and honored it when we saw it showing up in other people around us? There is a strong calling for that. I hope I have articulated that well. I encourage you to sit with those ideas, marinate with them and marinate on them, and then allow them to resonate and show up how they need to show up for you. So sitting with that feminine flame, very, very much supported this week. And I really feel on an intuitive level that that's really what the planet needs right now. It's what we all need right now. So a lot of beautiful, creative, spiritual, flowy, feminine, powerful, warrior-like energy flowing through this week. So much for us to use. Whenever we get so much energy like this, I think there's a beauty in just surrendering and allowing whatever needs to come up, just going with the flow of it. With watery energy so high, it's important to stay hydrated and to just really look after yourself. Water can also be extra healing. Spending time by the water, taking baths, working with the healing energy of water. So this week, charge up those crystals, work with this energy however feels the best to you. Allow yourself to flow with it. And enjoy it. I hope you guys are all able to use this energy to get some wonderful creative genius insights, some wonderful spiritual insights to enhance your growth and to awaken and open your heart to new levels. If you want to do a ritual, I should say, for this full moon and the Jupiter and Neptune energies. I have created one for you. I will drop a link below. You can find it at foreverconscious.com. And that meditation that I mentioned is also part of that ritual. So if you've got the meditation, try the ritual. All right, you can find all of this and more at foreverconscious.com. I'm Tanaz. Thank you guys so much.